Hi there everybody, it's UK independent Stampin' Up demonstrator Helzie here from slimandstylish.stampingup.net. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today I'm going to be showing you the Timeless Greetings kit. We're going to be talking through the kit, seeing what we can make with it, and then also looking to see if we can make an alternative card outside of the kit. I love doing that because the kit always provides you with enough materials for X many cards, and we'll find out in this one it looks like 8. But I really like when you get the stamp set and the bits and pieces in the kit, being able to extend the length of it and create something without the actual kit ingredients, so that you can have this stamp set forever and still continue playing with it and enjoying it. So let's delve into the kit. Now this normally comes in one of our kit boxes, which looks something very similar to this because this is an alternative kit. And you get this pack in it. You also get the soft suede stamping spot, and you also get the stamp. Now I haven't got the box because I bought this back from Vienna when I went to on stage, and the box just didn't fit in my luggage, so I actually pulled out all of the bits and pieces, and instead of using the stamping spot, I actually have the large soft suede, so I'm going to use that, and I will gift the soft suede either to one of my team or one of my customers that hasn't had it yet. So I'm going to delve straight into this and show you what is in this pack and what we can get making. So the key thing when you get a kit is you always get one of these inserts. I say one of these inserts, I haven't got there to show you what the insert is yet, so let's just remove that. Okay, so you always get one of these inserts, and it shows you what you can make and how to make it. So here it shows you what is in the pack and how to create your cards. So you've got here in steps 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and over here it shows you as well. Now interestingly, like I said, I got this from Vienna, so I actually don't appear to... Oh no, I do have it in English. I was looking thinking this is in English, but it actually is. So it tells you here what you've made, shows you how to make it, and it's also got the QR codes as well to help you along, right? So let's have a quick look what's in here. So we've got a block, always handy, always useful. We have got some embellishments. They're gorgeous, aren't they? Lovely, really nice. We have got, now this looks like, yeah, front card. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 in that pattern, and we've got 4 in this pattern, which is like a chevron. We've got some dimensionals, fantastic. I'll pop them in my dimensional pot. We have got the envelopes, and the envelopes look like, yeah, again, we've got 4 with this pattern and 4 with the chevron, so I suppose they coordinate there. And then we've got the card bases. Now these are really nice. These are textured. They're all the same by the look of it, but they're really lovely, aren't they? How nice. Okay. We've got, oh, I suppose this is the rope from the clock, you know, because it's supposed to be a pocket watch, isn't it? So there we go. We've also got some push out pieces. So those are in the green and the red, and we've got some here, and these are metallic, so they will be for the sentiments. We've got some more push outs here. So this here, I presume, will be for the globe. So we've got sort of a globe here. So I presume this is the globe face, and this here is the watch face, which is lovely. And we've also got some glue dots. So let's have a quick look at the cards that we can make. Let's move all of this to the side of my desk. So these are the cards. And if you look, these two here are exactly the same, just with a different sentiment. And these two here again are exactly the same with a different sentiment. So that would explain. There's one with the globe, and there is one with the wristwatch. So let's have a go at doing both of these, and then we'll have a go at doing something separate that is purely ours. So number one, it wants us to pop, oh, look at this on the stamp set. So we've actually got the part of the map here that is the globe, as well as sort of like the clock and the sentiments. So let's put our globe onto our block, because that's what it wants us to do first. And we got our block in our pack. Okay. And there is our globe, and it's saying to use soft suede. So I'm going to bring our soft suede in. And we are stamping that onto our globe like that. Now I've stamped it while it's already in, because the stamp looked bigger than the actual punch out, as you can see. So it just made sure it got the whole thing. So that's pretty cool, like that. Then it's for asking for us to punch out one of the globe figures. So let's take that out. And then that is going to pop onto there like that. So we could use our glue dots, but as I actually have seal on my desk and I'm a bit more of a fan of the seal, I'm just going to use that now. I'm working out these instructions pretty well. These little dots mean glue dots, and those mean the dimensionals. I've worked it out. So let's pop that onto there. And then it's asking us to get a card base. Now, in these kits, you don't get a bone folder. So bone folders are really helpful because they help you just get a clean burnish on your card. But if you don't have one, you can use the edge of your block as a second best option. It's still not as good, but it's second best. Then they want us to pop one of these on. Now they've put them on with dimensionals. I'm not going to. I'm going to pop it on flat, because if I'm popping it in the post, I would prefer it to be stuck rather than up with dimensionals, and then I can put the embellishments on with dimensionals instead. So I'm going to pop that onto there. Then that will obviously go onto there. Yep. And I'm just going to pop out my sentiment first. So it's saying to use the bigger one, and it also is saying to use one of these red ones. Put one on top of the other. So which sentiment have they used? They've put "You make the world a better place." I like that. Yeah, let's go with that. I'm going to use the same block. I'm actually just going to take that off though, so I can see where I'm stamping, otherwise I'm going to get into a right royal mess. You make the world a better place. Oh, that's actually really nice. That's stamped lovely. Can you see? Hopefully you can. So I'm just going to pop some glue here. Now they've used glue dots on this piece to stick it onto here, and then they've used dimensionals to put it onto the card. So I'm going to stick this down flat. Like I said, happy to use glue dots. I get into a mess with glue dots, I do. And I'm trying to go quite quick to show you. Now, the dimensionals in this pack are exactly the same as our normal dimensionals, and I've already got one of these started, so I'm going to continue using this, otherwise I'd have little bits all over the place, and I'm not a little bit all over the place person. Let's pop a couple of those on, pop it onto my card. You make the world a better place. And then they've put a couple of these pretties on. Oh, so that's come off without the sticky. So what you need to do, and it doesn't matter if you haven't got a tool like this, don't worry, but I just find it easier to use a putty tool. So this is the take a pick tool, it's got a putty end, is pick up the bit that's come off without the glue and stick it straight back into its glue. Then use something sharp and you can pick up that and the glue and put it onto your card quite simply like that. And there we go. There's card 1. Let's go on to card number 2. So card number 2 is this wristwatch card that you can see in the top corner. Okay, and for this one, we are going to need the wristwatch section. Okay, so I've already got that. Oh, sorry, I'm just taking that off the block so I can go again. So for this card, you need the wristwatch, which is here. And then you also want the time that is on here. Okay. Pop it on. Ink it up and put it down. So you've got your watch piece. Push that out. And then it also wants us to pop on time to celebrate. Okay, after we've done that, it wants us to put the chevrons onto the card base. Exactly the same, I'm going to be using my seal rather than the dots. Then it wants us to take 3 pieces. So it's going to take this piece here. It's going to take one of the clock pieces. And we're also going to have one of the sort of chain pieces. Okay, and we're going to add the chain piece on first. So I'm just going to pop a glue dot on there. Now you know how much I love using the glue dots, right? So I'm going to pop one of those onto there. And one of them onto there. Let's remove the backing off this. Remove the backing off that one. Pop that onto there. Then with this piece here, I'm going to stick my clock on. And then I'm going to use a dimensional to pop that up. The time to celebrate, I'm going to take that and I'm going to use one of the green pop outs this time, apparently, according to my instructions. And I'm going to stick that onto there. Pop a couple of dimensionals on the back of that. Pop it onto my card, then add on the embellishments. 1, 2 and 3, and there is my finished card. So I have 2 cards now using this set. So I've got card 1 and card 2, and I've got the coordinating envelopes to go with those. So that's great. But once you've made your 8 cards, what exactly can you do with them now is the question, because you've got a stamp set, but you actually don't have anything else. You've got the stamp set and the ink. So let's have a look. For the stamp set, we have the clock face, we have the world, the globe detail, you have your gorgeous sentiments, and we do have some gorgeous sentiments in that set. I've just realised I took all of these off. I haven't cleaned them because I haven't, and my fingers have now got all messy and I've got all dirty, so I'm not happy with myself. Let me grab my chamois. This is very backwards. Don't judge me, don't judge me. I'm judging myself, people. I'm judging myself. This is not the way to clean your stamps. But I just wanted clean fingers. Right. So let me grab a couple of card blanks and let's have a play with some fronts that we can do for these sets. Now, one thing to notice, which I just wanted to double check really, was I wanted to grab our circle dies, because I bet that the circle die will coordinate with the clock front. So you can actually still use that as a clock, and you can still use this as a globe if you have our layering circles. Okay, so afterwards, upgrade to some dies and you can use those. But for just a simple card, I'm going to grab my block. I'm going to grab the clock face. I'm going to play with Smoky Slate, one of my favourite colours. And I'm going to go absolutely nuts here. I'm just going to stamp all over this. I was just looking for a scrap piece of paper, which I can't find, so I'll have to just use my grid paper. Very unlike me, but there we go. And I'm just going to go around here. Oh, it went on the grid paper. Okay. I'm then going to grab my blending brush, and I'm just going to add a little bit of texture onto here towards the bottom corner. I'm not going to go all over with it. I just want some texture sort of in this bottom corner, so it just looks a little bit different. Look at my grid paper. It looks a right mess now. I'm going to grab that time to celebrate, because it is a pretty good sentiment, that. I'm going to pick up my sentiment. I'm going to grab some Memento ink, so this really does stick out. Ink that up. Time to celebrate. And then I'm going to grab my black Stampin' Up marker and my ruler, and you see where these lines are with the arrows? I am just going to line my ruler up with those like that, just underneath, and I'm going to do myself a curvy line like that to the edge. I'm sure you've seen me do these before, but they're sort of mock frames that I'm doing around the edge of the card. I'm not touching the ruler, I'm just using it as a guide so that I don't go off all over the place with it, basically. Okay, and I've put myself a little bit of a frame on there. And then I'm just going to adhere this to a card base. Now that's the same size as a card base, so I'm just trying to work out if I want to pop anything underneath it. So cut this down and put it on a mat. I don't think I do. I quite like it like that, but you could have took 1/2 centimetre off each side and put it on a grey granite piece or a smoky slate piece. I'm happy with this, so I'm just going to adhere that down. And it's time to celebrate. Okay, now for this next one, I'm going to be using the map one, but not for the maps. I know. Random. Again, I'm going to be creating a fun background, but for this time, I'm going to do it in some different colours. So I'm going to be using Pear Pizzazz, which I love, and I'm going to be using Old Olive. I think the two of them complement each other really well and really nice. Start with a lighter colour on this. So Pear Pizzazz is the lighter colour, and I'm just going to ink this all over my card. Now there's no right way, there's no wrong way, because this isn't the earth here. You know, it could be mountains, it could be hills, it could be clouds. It isn't anything. Okay, so you don't have to worry about being perfect. There we go. And now I'm going to take the Old Olive, which is just one shade darker. It's really nice when you use these colours together. And I'm going to stamp over the top of the gap areas, just to add real texture and dimension to the card. Okay. How pretty is that? Now I've got some Old Olive. I was using this in a project the other day, and I've got some Old Olive cardstock here, so I'm going to be using that for my sentiment. And the sentiment I'm going to be using once I find my stamps, which were on the desk 2 seconds ago and now have gone for a little walk. Oh, I'm useless on it. It fell on the floor. It fell on the floor. I am going to go with Happy Birthday. Never not need birthday cards, do you? They must be the most... Actually, in all fairness, I do use thank you cards probably more than birthday cards, but it's close. It's close. So I'm just working out whether I want a heat emboss or whether I just want to go for it. I think I just want to go for it. And am I going to go? Yeah, I'm going to go in soft suede. I was going to go memento, but soft suede's here. So let's just do that. Happy birthday. Okay. Now, I love doing this. You just put a little slit into the end, tiny, and you then join the two ends of it and it creates this gorgeous little tail. Okay, so you can happy birthday that. I'm just trying to work out if I want to use my blending brushes and actually put some more green texture around here, but I don't think I want to. I'm happy enough with my base as it is. So I'm just going to grab some dimensionals. Pop that onto my card. Grab myself a card base. So yeah, I always find with the kits, I always look at them and think, that's absolutely lovely, but realistically, value for money and everything else, I'm only making 8 cards. What am I going to do with the rest of the kit once I've finished with the cards? And so I always like to look at options that I can use these stamps for over a longer period of time. So as I said, you can use this clock with the dies and you can actually make it again. You can also use the map with the dies. But here is 2 cards that I've made just using the stamp set, and those are the 2 from the kit. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Hopefully it's been useful for you. It is the Timeless Greetings kit. If you want to purchase it, just head down to my store, slimandstylish.stampinup.net, and you can pick it up off there. Do head over to my Instagram and have a look at some of my other projects at Slim and Stylish. And if you are new to my channel, big welcome to you. Thank you for joining me. Hope you're enjoying it. Please do hit the subscribe button and view the rest of my content. Thanks everybody. I will see you all again soon. Bye. I hope you've enjoyed today's project. All items that I have used on this video are available to purchase from my store, www.slimandstylish.stampinup.net. Alternatively, if you would like a copy of our catalogues, please send me an email to slimandstylish@live.co.uk or leave me a comment below and I'll get in touch with you. I upload regular content to this channel, so if you do enjoy watching my tutorials, please make sure that you have subscribed and rang the bell to get notifications when new videos go live. Thank you for joining me and have a lovely day.